برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال: عذابي أصيب به من أشاء ورحمتي وسعت كل شيء. صلوات. We were speaking on the importance of this dua, dua kumail, and its contents. And first sentence of this dua, the Imam is teaching us how to address Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma inni as'aluka, oh Allah, I'm asking you. So we discussed the importance of asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah gives without asking, of course, He does. As we read in dua Rajab, Ya man yu'ti man salah, Ya man yu'ti man lam yas'aluhu. Oh Allah, who gives the one who asks Him and gives the one who doesn't ask Him. Allah gives us without asking. Most of the bounties that we today have from Allah are without asking. Did you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to create you? Did you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you such nice parents that you have? Did you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you a complete body? Did you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you those bounties that you received from childhood until now? You did not ask everything. All the bounties that you have, most of them you received from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without asking. But Allah loves the people who ask Him. Why? Because asking establishes a connection, a relationship. Your relationship with your Lord, your relationship with your Creator, it should be strong. And asking is kind of addressing Him. When you address Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what you say when you address Him? Ask Him. And when you are in need, and of course, human being is always in need of something. If you come and discuss your issues, your problems, your troubles to Allah instead of discussing them to somebody else, come to Allah, ask Him, speak with Him, talk to Him. This is what dua means. Dua, supplication. Come and supplicate. Was'alullaha min fadlih. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His grace, His bounties. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. We discuss all those things. So as'aluka is referring to a very important reality in dua, a very special aspect of dua, and it is su'al, asking Allah. Oh Allah, I'm asking you. I'm doing this dua. But I'm asking you how? Why I'm coming to you? Birahmatik. I'm asking you through your mercy. I'm asking you with the confidence that, oh Allah, you are merciful. And when you are merciful, I'm asking you through that mercy. And we also discussed that how Allah loves the attribute of mercifulness for Himself. That you ask Him through His mercy, this is the best thing you can do to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He Himself, He had repeated 4 times the word Rahman and Rahim. Same root word of Rahma 4 times has been repeated in the summary of the Quran, which is Surah Hamd in 7 ayat. Now what we say, allati wasi'at kull shay. I'm asking you through your mercy, which mercy? The mercy which has encompassed, encircled everything. Everything in this world is under the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything, everyone and everything in this world, if it or he or she exists, the existence of anything or anyone is because of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is His grace, His mercy, His bounty, His goodness towards us, His kindness, that He has given us all these bounties that we have. Wasi'at kull shay. Your mercy, O Allah, has encompassed everything. And this is actually referring to the ayat of Quran. In Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Araf, ayat number 156. Surah Araf, which is Surah number 6, and ayat number 156. Allah is saying, Ala adabi usibu bihi man asha. My punishment, I will punish whoever I want. What does this mean? Whoever I want? Whoever I want means I will see that who really deserves punishment. And one meaning which is hidden in this is this, that whoever I want, which means I might forgive whoever I want. It is up to me. I might forgive someone and I might punish someone. So punishment is specific for those who I want to punish. But my mercy, wasi'at kulla shay. My mercy is covering everything. Everything. Even those who don't believe in Him, even those who claim to be gods, they still receive the bounties. They still get the necessities of life for themselves, for a while, of course, until Allah wants. So the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is still there. Allah's mercy is wasi', is very wide and vast, and nobody knows the limits of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And out of His mercy and out of His mercifulness, we know the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the state of punishment, He punishes a person according to his bad or evil deeds that he committed. For one crime, He will give one punishment according to his crime and sin that he has committed. But on the other hand, if somebody does a good deed, he's not going to receive one reward for one good deed. No. At least 10 times or even more, multiple times. Why? Because it is out of His mercy. It is Allah's mercy that He is just giving gifts. So when He gives rewards, the reward is much more than actual deed. But is the punishment is the same? Is more than what somebody deserves? No. Punishment is exactly according to the sin or the evil that somebody has done. It's exactly same. But reward is more. Why? Because giving more punishment is a dhulm. It is unjust for somebody. It is kind of injustice. to punish somebody more than what he deserves. But rewarding someone more than what he deserves is not a zulm. It is not injustice. It is something, it is generosity, right? If you want to reward someone, if you want to give more to someone, it is okay. But if you want to punish someone more than what he has done, it is wrong. So Allah will punish one to one, but will give 10 to one or even more. ويضاعف له أضعافا كثيرة. Many times, many fold, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give the reward. And in Surah An'am, I said Surah Araf first, before it was Surah Araf, Surah number 7. And this is Surah An'am, ayat number, Surah number 6, ayat number 12. Says, كتب على نفسه الرحمة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it himself, by himself, made it obligatory on him. Made it obligatory on him, what? To be merciful. He himself made it obligatory. See, obligation comes from someone. Someone who orders you to do something, you have to do it. So this becomes your obligation, your responsibility. And you are going to be accountable to someone for your responsibilities, for your obligations. That's why it's called obligation. You are obliged to do something. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not like that. He is not accountable to anyone. No one dares to ask him why you did this, oh Allah. No. He is Allah. He is the creator. He is everything. So nobody can order him. Nobody can, hold him accountable for something. But Allah, He Himself is saying, كتب على نفسه الرحمة. Allah has written on Himself. Written means, when the word kataba comes in Quran, means making it wajib, making it obligatory, necessary. كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written for you, kutiba. The fasting has been written for you. Written for you means become obligatory for you. Same thing here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it obligatory for Himself. Ar-Rahmah, the mercifulness, is obligation of Allah from Himself. No one else comes to make it obligatory for Him. He Himself, which means that mercy is so important that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He Himself has made it wajib on Himself to be merciful. So that's why we find Allah merciful all the time. Inshallah, we'll talk about the next sentence, which is very interesting sentence. Inshallah, in our next session. And the sentence is وبقوتك التي قهرت بها كل شيء. It's very great, eloquence is there in this sentence. Inshallah, we'll discuss that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us deserve Allah's mercy and Allah's rewards and Allah's grace, and remain away from anything which causes His wrath and His punishment to us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all your ibadat and your dua and grant you success in this world and hereafter. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to be among the followers of Imam Zaman, Ajil Allah Faraj Sharif, and may Allah hasten his reappearance. Salawat Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Please recite Surah Fatiha for all mu'minin and mu'minat, and for all your marhumin, for all shuhada and for all ulama. One alhamdulillah bar and three times قل هو الله صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.